But Paper X, something completely different from what we've seen on the MYSGC. And immediately Paper X coming out of the window. Tebotol getting taken out of the Forsaken as well. And Boom Esports meeting Paper X in pitch combat. The Vidal getting one there. 2v3 scenario. And in the blink of an eye, 5 eradicated from both sides.
The dust settles, but it's still Boom who has an advantage here, Dax. Comes down to that 3v2. There's 5 men fall, 5 still stand. On the peak, Blaze King shows him that, well, there's a reason why he remains with that crown on his head. Divide goes down, it's all on the Mind Freak. Ghost in hand, has 2 stars, maybe 1. Try and get a concuss here within the sight. He gets a perfect shot on the Blaze King. He has an opportunity here to maybe make something happen. He can go towards either A or C, Alpha or Charlie, either which way. Won't be really a problem, but he was walking into the hands here of Paper Rex. Just shred him down. That smoke, that dark cover being placed on here. Now they have to rotate. Holding off the flank, though, you can see. Flip jitter. Oh! Exactly. He gets a double. The collateral, 2 birds, a single stone thrown. But Forsaken finds his way right behind him. They have no real idea where he's positioned himself. Could find the kill, and that he does on the opposing chamber here. And Benkai's holding off the flank. Good for 1. Could find a second, and that he does. Neon lights all around, but it's Frostmind here who needs to have these ice-cold veins and nerves that we know he's so popularized for. 1v2 clutch. Garage being held by Forsaken. An off angle. One that isn't too expected, but Frostmind taking the safer route. Going towards a B long. Rather be main to try and make sure he clears out CT on the way as well. He could opt to save, but the real choice here is honestly to go for it. He has the opportunity. He spied Devi out, and that gives information away. Two chamber as well.
Opportunity for them to get towards the angle itself. Forsaken now, another angle over onto Tebotol. So PRX, not really as hasty compared to what we usually see from them. They're a very fast, aggressive team, but they're just looking for the picks as much as possible. Jing, though, blowing up Frostbite into the corner, and fly high, Jing, because you will be able to get the death over onto Berserks there. You also have the Nebula in the way. Correct. There's a good setup towards the C side. Divide right now, finding Blaze King. Flips to their up in hand, but might have to play the save instead.
Scan, but information okay to be given away. Jing on this raise, I think, is a really interesting pick. There's so much you can clear out with a raise here in Haven. The sites, while the entire map is big, sites are quite compact, and it's perfect playing grounds for a raise of his caliber. Nightfall connects. They're haunted by it, and have to be wary of the nightmare that's coming around the corner. Here comes out the showstopper. Kill from that. They can't even find a second as it goes to Jing. Once more, opening up the site. And we talked about how his raise is so potent, especially on a map that can enable him like this, and that he does. The plant, the spike has been put down, and the post plant here looking impeccable from Paper Rex.
Case in point, Paper Rex, they set up on site, they get the take, and that's it for the round. Boom Esports lacking really the capacity right now to get the raid take on, thanks to the pickoffs, thanks to the amount of space Paper Rex is able to garner.
Paper Rex, they use that confusion for the plant on A once more.
Yeah, because difficulty here for Boom Esports, as there we have it, the Cosmic Divide into play. They're so hesitant right now. Are they going to go for the Rolling Thunder? They were looking to plan it out for that 5v5, but Forsaken throwing a wrench in those plans. And Benkai over onto the corner yet again. 2 for Benkai already, but Berserks, a great idea! Through the wall, defusing under the noses of Paper Rex! Quick amount of space that Paper Rex can get. And it's something Boom Esports realize they can exploit, especially with Flips. They're having pretty much the game of his life. 2 already here for Flips. Yet again, he's just absolutely on point. A machine on the chamber, getting 3 Forsaken. Finally shutting him down, but the damage has been done, and look who's coming here for the rest of Boom. Blaze King from the short angle, surprising Forsaken, and Mind Freak right now. His brain has been blown off by Tebotol. As soon as he gets a bit of intel thanks to the trademark, he should be backing on away, and case in point, watching out for short, over into the complete. He actually wants to challenge Slow Orb, though. Gonna get thrown. Forsaken will punish Blaze King for his hubris. PRX now towards A side.
Yeah, they have to concede the A side here after giving up that opening pick. The fact that they lose the Sova on Blaze King is huge. Blaze King has been absolutely instrumental many times over for many of the successes that Boom has really found. And not just Boom, but pretty much any team that you'll find him on. Paper Rex, 5v4, heavily in their favor, but this could all be swung away. That wall is going to be so big as Neon allows him to control that default spot, but Benkai quick on the trade as Berserks finds one. Not much found for as that all connects. Tebotol does get the trade. 3v3, they fall in back. They know they have to concede this round.
Yeah, Paper Rex, so once they get to the finish line of putting that spike down, it's already their lap over, basically. This round that they have towards the site that they want to control.
That's what they're going to try and do here towards this B side. From Jing from up above, boosts himself into a kill. Blaze King, though, uses that same opportunity to try and get a trade off. This time, getting revenge. Thrown out here, the Aldron connects, and he's going to be held back by that gravity well, but whatever they try and do to stop him in his tracks, he stays alive. Berserk gets that kill on the opposing end. Here comes out the relay boss, and on the swing, flip to Dur as well. Chimes into the fight. 1v3. Forsaken, isolated on the back of the site. He's able to try and get these 1v1s going his way. Things could work on out, but he's found himself wrapped around here towards A-Link. Gets one, anticipates the swing of Berserk's, but it doesn't give it to him. He can go for the defuse, at least half it right now, as Forsaken trapped between a rock and a hard place. As Flip Shadur only needs to land the body with his headhunter.
Down as per usual, and the standards of Boom getting up yet again. Forsaken though planting it towards the side. A little bit of patience game here for Boom, and I think right now if Tevatol can get rid of Jing right here, right now, a Rolling Thunder can steal a victorious round here for Boom Esports.
Good C's there, coming from Divide to try and help Jing out fall on back, but he's a flashpoint. They peek it. Divide finds that opening kill. Another flash to come out here, but still everything going his way. Divide finds the third. A new Divide created here on the A-Link. 1v2. Frostmind has his ultimate. Can go into the shadows to find his repositioning. But Forsaken pulls out. What a quick draw, and doesn't even fire it. What I do like, though, coming from Paper Rex is the Sage. While, you might see it in your common unrated games, in high rank and really high expectations of this, it can have great results, especially those slow orbs that you see. Forsaken opening pick. The nade will force Tebatol off the plan for the meantime, but he's getting tagged up. Quite hurt, actually. The Haunt will confirm his suspicions, and on the swing, Divide doesn't even get the kill on Frostmind because Benkai is there to back him on up and finds a third. Second, rather, as Divide cleaning up house. It's all his this time around. Had an opportunity there, but with time running low, Boom, they have to get on this. If they rotate towards the B site, they do have an opportunity because nobody really from Paper X is holding that as of the moment. And I don't think Benkai is going to peek out of the garage to really try and catch him on. Now, if he does, but maybe a second too late. Nightfall connects. I don't know he's from behind, but Benkai on that flank. He's really delaying way too much time here. Jing, Mind Freak, everybody falling, but Berserk's last one to stand, but not for too long, as Mind Freak goes insane.
As he flipped the script, written Boom Esports instead as the main characters, but Benkai will deny him of any further glory. Not only that, you get the Rolling Thunder here on the opposite side of the map. Paper X had a sniff, perhaps it could have been towards C, but instead Boom Esports sticking the hounds over to that A site instead. Frostbite now with the plant. Here we go yet again with the Steez into the paint shells, but we have the Shrouded Step to get the hell away, and Berserk's on the board versus Jing. Paper X could not capitalize. The reload is there though. Berserk's losing his life, but Frostbite is ready for the trade anyway. 3v2 scenario. Divide the only one left, and Boom Esports one more time. Understanding what was coming their way, the onslaught was approaching, and Boom Esports removing, well, the threats as soon as possible. Should be another round here for Boom. Too low on the HP for Divide. And for one more instance, Boom able to get away with a side take.
Wow. I still think it was a worthwhile gambit here for Boom to take, even if it doesn't work on out. Especially with Mind Freak playing on the back of the site towards the gong. He suddenly reached a bell he was not expecting, but Jing, opening kill, quickly traded out by Berserks here. Going mad, he can. Forsaken quick on the trade, but so is Frostmind. He now knows. Back to the site here. Mind Freak. Oh no, flubs a shot. Not for long though. Information given away. Can get helped here by Benkai, but Blaze King all alone. 1v3. The Hunter with his bow, but with a gun. He says, this round is not yet done. 1v3 has a notion that Divide could be on the flank. The timing doesn't work out for him as Divide with the recon.
Boom Esports now deciding to just go for commitment this time. Can they actually get on towards the other side? Jing though and Forsaken. Here we go yet again. The dynamic duo starting things off. Here with Paper Rex even getting 4 overall. And Frostmind the only one left. Every line has been drawn by Paper Rex. And whether too short and long, this split has been absolutely decimated. Paper Rex now on map points. Paper Rex defense is in a different manner. All they need to do are hold the angles, and they have the aim and the time to get away with it. And it's time right now for Jing to get his revenge on the rest of Boom. Forsaken though, waiting one more for Pixel Peak. And Blaze King almost seen with the cape. Tevatol though, a nice wide swing to just get the hell away from that one. And as it stands, Berserks through the window, but look who's coming. Boom's way. Forsaken is not done, and you are never ready for Forsaken. Jing on the board too. Tebatol though, just clanking these bottles. Frostmine on the board, and Frostmine will be down. The Vi waiting on the other side, and it's Paper Rex with the win yet again. 13-8. Taking it on Haven. It does feel like that Forsaken can be a martyr for the cause. He is happy to go in, make that space for the squad, or by hell or high water, he's happy to die for the cause if need be. And speaking of Forsaken, already getting towards that A side. Paper Rex, a quick take over to the objective, but look at Boom Esports seeding it to get controls of the hull instead. This forces Paper Rex to actually play on site itself, and perhaps reinforcements from Job Fusider. A quick warning shot, and the rest of Boom coming into play.
But look how far the rest of Paper Rex are. They got 2 players way off of the site. Make that 3, but Jing and Forsaken, they've got it locked down. All alone, they don't need no help here. Really coming from the rest of the PRX squad. Forsaken, incredible shots he's landing one after the other. Blaze King and Frostmine will finally address him. The plant on the 2nd floor. It's going to be so hard to try and deny, but wait, they can defuse this. There's no real way, but lineups are perfect here coming from Mind Freak. They concede to play that post plant because they've got the aftershock as well to be able to just deny the defuse for days. And
Forsaken now gonna go on down, but as it stands, Jing finally flips to their site yet again, cleared out here by Paper Rex. It's 4v4, but look on the lurk. It's the Vi waiting, but unfortunately cannot hit the shots. Boom now, a chance to make it towards the site.
A bit of a whiff, but Mind Freak, he's not going to miss that shot. Not this time around. Flash on out, Peaks not with it, but Benkai's there to try and support him. They're going to both and try to address him. They know where he is. Actually, they don't. They're guessing, searching for a way. Blaze King does eventually go down. The defuse will be stuck. No, half only! Jing keeps him at bay. Can still go for this, but they're not within range to deny him! Tebatol! No way that Mind Freak gets this. No lineup for you this time, good sir. But still, a successful bonus in every sense of the word. By their time. Plant did not be put down because of that orbital strike correctly on time. And now they're going to use it to try and put pressure. Flipshooter walks into the orbital strike of his own teammate. Doesn't really do much damage to him, if at all. Allows him to drop this spike here way out of the hands of Paper Rex. It's going to be hard to even retrieve this in the first place. This should be around towards Boom Esports to bring it 2-3. Unless some incredible heroics and a few costly mistakes are given here by Boom Esports, taken by Paper Rex. Benkai finds one, but only that one. Make that a second for him. They line up, but no good. 2-3 and Boom Esports.
Boom has an overwhelming advantage on the retake. If you look at the comp right now, they have that reach, they have that KO, you add in the stun potential, and Forsaken stunning flips the dirt. Seems like they were looking to see, it's like, why is someone here? And Forsaken now answering that own question by removing the presence of Boom Esports. Look at Rolling Thunder even towards the spawn. And for Paper Rex, they want to get even more control, but Boom deciding perhaps we can just bunch on up, come in from one angle. Problematic though because the Vipers fit into play.
Don't have the best weapons to utilize and have another round that they do not want to concede to just no avail. If they lose their guns, then they're going to have to go in another eco right after this, and that's on the position they want to be placed in. So, Boom Esports, smartly enough, arguably, holding here, with all the utility coming on Tebatol. He's able to dodge that, able to wade the rough waves for the meantime. Boombot doesn't actually catch him, but he swings.
And while we have a flank here from Flipsider, and he catches the Vi after the rendezvous. Goes his position, and look who's waiting, but Mind Freak cannot hit the shots. Flipsider yet again, potent as can be. Tebatol now with the Rolling Thunder, giving the advantage back towards Boom Esports. But we have now the overdrive, and unfortunately it is stuck into that first gear. Tebatol with the takedown. Flipsider already getting the defuse on, and here comes Tebatol yet again. Boom! Turning it at the round at the moment's notice, and it's now 3-4.
Who was stunned from the Rolling Thunder and flashed afterwards. Berserk going for aggression, ambition, but shut down immediately by Forsaken. 2 opening picks on the site. Frostmine will keep him in check for the meantime. Doesn't let them get too out of hand, but looking to contest. Benkai will win both of those spikes, and Mind Freak will get another. 5-3, what a scramble.
These especially in terms of recovery, when Paper Rex pushes a little too deep on one angle, it's still a struggle because Paper Rex is potent as can be. Berserk still finding Benkai yet again. Forsaken, Mind Freak now on the board. Still a good pickoff here by Boom, preventing that spike from going down early. And Flipsider and Frostmine will find the interruption to their success. Mind Freak finding Flipsider but he's now the only one left, and prime targets for prime value for Boom Esports. That has been one way to break the speed of Paper Rex.
He's pressing the issue here. Mind Freak. An opportunity to try and seize this round back against the eco of Boom Esports. Looks so proficient with the little tiny gun that could shoot.
Rex with that double duelist.
Totally, and this is the composition that we see from both of these teams play currently in their last two matches, at least here on Fracture in the local scene. So going back to the roots, what is tried and true, well tested as well. Jing finding himself here all the way back. I'm not sure if he realizes how close Frostmind is, but so didn't Frostmind. The pick goes on to Tabatal as Paper Rex gets an opening kill, but the flank here could be huge. The double flank, it can be shut down from Benkai though. Finds one, finds a second unsuspecting victim here. B&B, Blaze King, and Berserks all going down on the flip. Shadur with an operator. Hard to come back from this situation. Gets a pick and scurries away with what little he's been able to thieve.
Pushing those hurdles, pushing those limits and boundaries to an even higher degree. Flipshitter not able to hit the shot shortly, so trying to surprise Jing.
Early, rather the defuse early with his aftershock. And here comes a push now. Rolling Thunder out. Still Forsaken doesn't win that fight on Tabatal. Tabatal left with some HP to work with. And Blaze King gets a kill here on the Bankai. Things crumbling for Paper Rex. And we've seen that when they lose two important players early on in a round, they just struggle to get much going. They do get a plant here, though, at the very least, which is a bit of a consolation, but the numbers advantage 2 in the favor of BME. But that's not true for long. Blaze King goes down. He can be rezzed, but no one's within sight to be able to do that. 2v2 with Mind Freak down low. HP not favoring him, and Defy isolates the fight, but he's the one to go down to Frostmind here.
Oh, they found the contact a little too early towards the halls. Flipshitter though, seeing Mind Freak coming, and Frostmind is the one. Oh, Divide Berserks now with the trade, and well, Paper Rex, they do have to scramble here, black and blue. Boom Esports on the flip side, setting up that spike. High time though for Berserks to get the angle. Frostmind looking to get the plant on. Paper Rex trying to interrupt, but the aftershock off the mark.
They do have a postman scenario here. Coming in from that arcade is going to be huge because Tabatal, if he can find his timing, things could be thrown for a scramble. You can see Paper Rex being wary of their flank. They know that, boom, they love to be cheeky with these angles. Mind Freak gets an opening pick here on a Frostmind. They can control this tower position with a shorty. Jin connects. And Bankai does as well. Blaze King, low HP here. It's a big task to do, but on this A push, this B push rather, Paper Rex, Devi especially, he can get one and back on out. He gets that one, doesn't rendezvous, and allows him to get punished, really. Berserk's good on the trade. The Ghost in the mere hands here, Forsaken, not finding really much. Tabatal gets that trade on the Bankai. Things are crumbling here for Paper Rex. Jing on the swing, finds one, but that's done. Bankai got Frenzy, a mere one, but Forsaken's the one to make opening contact. Doesn't have help though. This fault line needs to be thrown out, but a bit too late to the party it is. Showstopper out here. Bankai gets a trade with a Frenzy. He does have that fault line now coming from him. He's completely blind, and in that, the contour of his health just barrels down. Tabatal, quick trade on Devi, who can't really find much. And the small chances that Paper Rex had here, the tour de force fault lines, able to be utilized. Mind Freak though brings it to a 1v2, and he realizes, okay, that will probably set them off towards the B site. So good rotation for him to be doing here. Good call and good read of the situation. Coming from the cafeteria, won't be there in time to really catch him on the cross. Almost does spot them out in a split second, but I think they have information as well on where he was.
They double swing this. Oh no, Mind Freak able to isolate, but Frostmind there towards success. And Flipshitter, he's the one leading that charge yet again, willing to play that lurk now, advancing towards that B side. Orbital Strike also to flush out any kind of tower defense, but a nice angle from Forsaken through the smokes. Catches it 10 foot tall for quite the surprise. Rolling down there now to play. Retake is absolutely viable here for Paper Rex. Berserk though finding Forsaken. Mind Freak catching out 2 so far, but boom, they're stuck here by the tower, and their bones will be littering that staircase and find the prime target there in the middle, but the Vi doesn't hit the shot. Blaze King punishing immediately. Nice tap there. This is incredible to see Boom Esports so sharp on the shots versus Paper Rex. And while we have the time, again, it's just something I've really noticed. Paper Rex cannot play the full scramble because Boom in those scenarios can just trade it out. And Blaze King, how are you getting away with this? My voice is dying, but Paper Rex and their forces are dying even more so. Berserks now towards the side. Drop is absolutely clear for Boom Esports, and they can just set up immensely towards A side.
Taking just from the spawn, the defender's spawn, is very difficult to pull off on a map like Boom, or rather on a map like Fracture against a team like Boom. So now round has been taken by Boom. Tie the score up 10-10, and Paper Rex
has been very effective at taking advantage of that, and this time they have a different plan in action. Rolling Thunder is available. They can do it from by the underpass, and now the staircase is littered by Boom Esports and their footsteps. But Forsaken gets the 2 kills that he needs. Blaze King on the board for the trade. Jing right now with the final flipster there with Benkai. What are you doing there on the side? Is he okay? Is he just hiding? Apparently, it's lulling Berserks in a full sense of success and security. My Freak finding Blaze King in the end, and make a wish for Paper Rex because it works out all in the end.
didn't really make much noise towards B side, so there's no real reason for Paper Rex to rotate off of this.
Forsaken though, playing the waiting game. And as we look for blessings here for Boom Esports, Paper Rex right now contending in front. Berserk though can't even see where he's going. And Frostbite burning his own teammate down there in the end after the chip damage. The 5-5 flips to there. Here comes Boom Esports dropping on down. Just to the hands of Forsaken and Jing. You just see them fall in front of you.
The operator comes out from Mind Freak and Divide. Lots of long-range capabilities, but Berserks, he brings the fight up close. He finds Forsaken, but so does Jing on the Blaze King. Swing wide! And Benkai finds another as well as Jing finds a double in this round immediately. 3v2, but Jing even went blind! So potent! Berserks, last one left alive. 1v2, isolates the fight. He knows Divide is within the site. He has a spike on him. He can run his sorry behind all the way to the Bravo site.
Might as well play the great escape, but look who's already anticipating it. Benkai towards the canteen. He's in position for this if ever. And we've known really the eras of SEA of APAC have been defined by these kind of teams, and the Imperium of Paper Rex. Will it continue here? Berserks now towards the tower, the fast lane for the cover, but Benkai just lying in wait. You just witnessed the greatness of Paper Rex yet again. In the end, they take the series 2-0. Worthy contention by Boom Esports, but it's Paper Rex with a win.